sorry for missing last Sunday. Yeah, just the van. Wait, 1 second. That'll make more sense in a second. Wait. Since I bought the van, I've had an issue with these. This is doing my head in. Okay, so got one of these working okay. However, this thing on mine doesn't want to work. So I took it to the mechanic, as you've seen in my last episode, where I used the very last dashboard that I'd ordered. Took it to the mechanic that night. He had it said to book it in on Tuesday, so I took it down on Monday night, left it with him. A week later, he still hadn't looked at it, and the following week, still hadn't looked at it. So I picked it up and just decided to sod him. Now, while it was sitting there for a week and a half not doing anything, the last dashboard that I'd had in there, that I'd swapped out and put back in, decided that the fuel gauge would start working, which was fantastic. So now I know my fuel is working. However, this still doesn't. Now, as I've said before, in some of the areas that I live, it is quite hilly. And one of the hills, called the Glenchain Pass, Google it, you'll see it, is quite prone to bad weather conditions because it's on a bloody mountain. Now, I have to drive over it. And I don't want to kill my van because it's overheated. And I can't tell if that's happened because I don't have this working. So anyway, booked in again Friday with another gentleman in Derry, Londonderry. So he's going to look at it for me. And I told him what I had, VW-T5, didn't even come, sorry, T4, VW-T4. Told him what I had, and he said, the first question he said to me, after I said, I've got a coolant sensor problem is, he says, does your fuel gauge work? And I said, yes. So that was the first question he asked. So that tells me he knows what he's talking about. He also does vehicle remapping and things like that. Not remapping this, there's no point. 2.4 diesel, no. I've got 70 out of it recently, which is good. So anyway, today, again, sorry about last Sunday. Because the guy had the van all for nearly 2 weeks and did nothing with it, I didn't have anything I could do with it. So this week, I'm going to put the side panels on, the doors, just put those back on, and I'm going to fit the panel on this side and also just run a cable through because I've got a 12 volt 12 volt reading lamp, which will also have a USB charging point on it as well, just to save space. So I've got one for here. Once I get the cabinetry, which I'm getting from IKEA, I'm going to mount one on the panel that doesn't open. And I can't place that yet because I don't know how big the rock and roll bed is and where I'm going to sit that, which means I have to get under it, which is why I bought some ramps, because I did buy a trolley jack, but with this being so high, I would need an even bigger trolley jack in there, like hundreds of pounds. So I've just got a wee dinky one. It's not great, but it'll do for the wife's car. So job done. So I just bought ramps so I can reverse her up, and they have little stops on it so I can't fall off them either. So then I'll be able to get under and do the rock and roll belt. So without further ado, I don't know, did people buy these separately? I don't know. Without further ado, I'm going to get started. Just one more thing. Have you heard of these guys? Combi Life? Absolutely love their videos on YouTube. So I bought one of these and it gave me an idea. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you notice I've got some of these myself. So there'll be a link in the description below where you can purchase one of these, and the money that will generate from these will go towards all the bits and pieces that I need on the van, because I did not realise how expensive this is building up to be. So yeah, where do you stick them though? I mean, inside or outside? On the cabinets? I want to stick them on the fridge, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep that fridge because I've heard it's quite power hungry. But it is a 3-way, so I might use it for the gas, which means I have to get a gas fitter to come in and wire it properly. So tell me in the description below, guys, where you're putting your stickers, inside or outside. Because and also, if you have any stickers, comment in the section below. I'm quite happy to trade. Just think panini. Is it panini? Panini? Anyway, I'll watch it. So, right, I've waffled off enough. I'm going to crack on with this. Enjoy. To fix the panels back to the van, when I unscrewed them, they just basically used self-tapping screws and just drilled wherever they felt like it, and I didn't like that. So I went off and bought some larger screws, large screw housing like washers, and the things that you screw into. So these fit the manufacturer's VW's own hole sockets. So you tap one in, and then about a centimetre down, using good judgment and a bit of line of sight and a bit of drilling through your fingers, you'll get it through. Now I got these from gallantuk.com. They're a camper solutions company. That's their packing slip. So that's gallantuk.com, GALLANTUK.com. So now I got them just to see if they were long enough to begin with, and they've been fantastic. So better than the other bag I bought, which was just too short. So what I'm going to do then is get the drill and start doing a bit of line of sight. So let's just show you how this works. Just need to get a hammer. It's a bit overkill, but it'll do. Okay, so let's move you. So what you can see here is the self-tapping screws that the previous owner just drilled through, and I've tapped in one of these clips already into the factory holes, and you can see here is another factory hole, and I'll just keep tapping them in. So there's 1, 2, there's another 2 down to the side. So, and what also I've done is I've tapped the holes so I can make sure where they were, and then I can fit them as well. To my mind, there's nothing like putting things in as best as you possibly can if you can afford to. I mean, I can't afford to, but I'm very fussy, and it just means then I know that they're going to fit perfectly and it's going to be secure, and I don't have to worry about it in the future rotting or rusting or anything else like that. So without further ado, it's time for speed up time. As you probably noticed, I didn't use all the white clips. It just seems quicker just to self-tap in. It is. Look, we had good intentions. Now I did do, I think, on the sliding door a couple of episodes ago, but these are self-tapping screws, and it is just easier to nail them in. So I would recommend just getting some really long self-tapping screws to match your fabric. Mine personally, I went black, and I do quite like the look and feel of them. So the little housing, you see that, so they sit in there and I get that effect. I'll just show you, so you get that. Me, it's personal preference, I like the look of it, and it saves time just to fire them back in, and roughly you know where they are. Yeah, I mean, you took them out. I've been really tempted to carpet this, but it's a lot of carpet for not a lot of return. I think I can live with this. I live in Northern Ireland. It very rarely gets below 5 degrees centigrade, and I've got the windows. I can just crank the windows a little bit if we do have a moisture issue, because I've got the windshield guards, so you can drop them a little bit, and I've never had that issue anywhere. Even in a motorhome, we always had a wet windscreen, so I'm not too worried. What's your solution to fixing moisture other than carpeting and everything? Now these are lined, these are insulated. I have insulated the insides of these and packed them with all this sort of stuff, which is what I'm going to do now on this side. I'm going to run a cable in, and just self-tap in. So without further ado, I'll go get it, and I'll see you in a minute. Now, I've got the panels behind me, but I forgot, I haven't done sound deadened the wheel arch yet, so I've got some sound dead cladding I'm going to do. But this is the Flexi LED lamp, little on-off switch in there, and it also comes with a USB adapter. So all I have to do is drill a little hole, take the back off this, I think, yeah, pop back off, use the fixing screws that are in the back, and then it's come with a little handy connector. I have no idea what this is, so I'm going to try, I'll probably have to strip it and then just wire it in, unless I can find online what this connector is so I can plug it into the other end. I'm sure it probably says in the instructions actually. So I'm going to go sound deadening. I'll not bore you with it, there's plenty of videos out there. I'll put a link here on the cards so you can see somebody else doing sound deadening. Needless to say, I'm going to do it myself. So until next time, I've got a lot of crap to get out of this. I really need to get a motoring on with it because things are progressing and I need my house back. So I'm going to, by the end of this, I'm going to put this panel in, have this ported in further forward where I'm pretty sure it's not going to hit the rock and roll bed. And then also there's a hole in my panel for a speaker. I'm quite fortunate I can run cables over the top of these panels and not worry too much about it, so that I can hide those cables along the run and across, and when I drop the battery down. I bought a Halford's battery, by the way. I'm trying to sell the one I bought off eBay because apparently they're a bit of a fire hazard, as I've been reliably been told. So I got the one from Halford's, 145 quid, grade A, 110 amp hours, and it has a 2-year warranty, so it makes sense just to buy it, and if you've got any problems with it, then you just swap it out, you know. Hey, anyway, thanks for watching. Again, I apologise about last Sunday not having anything. You've barely got anything today, to be honest. Screws, panels, and a bit of a chat. And hopefully in my next video I will have a working thermostat. I did the loop back test on the lead, all that sort of stuff, didn't work. So this, I think, is definitely a wiring loop problem. And to the people on it who bought those clusters off me, thank you very much. I bought my wife a nice gift for the headaches I've been causing her. So yeah, until next time, don't forget, like and subscribe, follow my journey. If you're interested, if you've got any questions or any ideas of what I'm doing, please leave a comment in the section below. Follow me on Instagram. I'd love to see you guys, see what you're up to as well. I do follow back if you're in the T4 community. I think that's it. I'll see you next week. Yeah, fun times, yo. Why do we do it? Why? Seriously, why didn't I just buy a van that was already done? Why am I doing this? Oh, too old for this crack. Anyway, have fun.